3, 2, 1.
Okay, right. Welcome to the show. This is your host, Jordan.
Ben.
Okay. We're re-recording this until we get it right.
Why was there such a long break between record and there was 10 seconds of silence?
Bro, no. So I was trying to load up the script. And then it really messed me up on the script when I saw your name come first, and I was like, "Oh, it's Ben saying this today." Oh man!
Oh.
Now this is gold. I was trying to say let's re-record until we get this right for this episode, but now it's too late because now it's gold.
Welcome to When Kings Chat.
Welcome to When Kings Chat.
It's good to be back. We've had a bit of a break. That's some technical issues. It's been a bit of a break.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't know that we've had a break. We've had a break, but they wouldn't know because we've recorded everything early so far.
Yeah, but I want to be real with our audience, Jordan. I want to be real with them.
Okay, I see you. The realest Ben out here.
I'm being real in that all of my shit was working.
Wait, hold on. Episode 3 is not about our equipment. You know.
All right.
Episode 3 was about the artist.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's cut it.
Shout out to our artist.
So, first topic, shout outs.
There you go, bro. I feel like this might be the fastest time we've ever got into shout out.
Also, shout out.
Oh, god damn my ears.
Yeah, what up? What up, boy?
Hey, yo, rip earphone users. Let's get it.
That's fine. I'll edit in post.
Let's get it.
Right,
what you got, bro?
I want to shout out. Should we talk about what we're talking about for this episode first? Because it actually leads into what my shout out is.
Do you know what?
So basically, this episode we're talking about different areas of the UK scene.
Now hold on. Man didn't even let me say go on. I was just like, you know what? And you just kind of just jumped in. Like,
all right.
I feel disrespect. Put respect on my name.
All right.
I'm joking. Go on.
Oh, I've said it now.
It's too late. We didn't hear it. Say it one more time for the people in the back.
Right. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about different areas of the UK scene, different genres, sub-genres, our opinions of them. Which leads into my first shout out, which is a woman by the name of Holly McNish. She's actually Shout out! She's actually a spoken word artist. Which is one of the things we're going to approach later on as to whether or not it falls under the UK rap umbrella. But
Very controversial topics coming up, let me tell you.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, so she's a spoken word artist from Reading. Apparently she's been writing since she was like 4 or 5, something like that, but she didn't really start performing until she's like 23.
That's a talented 4-year-old.
I mean, yeah, fair play to her. I mean, it maybe wasn't competition winning at 4, but she started.
No, of course.
Spend the next 20 years growing it.
But to have the patience to be able to actually write.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So she's won competitions. She was the first poet to record an album at Abbey Road, which is mad.
Yo, isn't that that's where the Beatles recorded, right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's like one of the most famous studios in the UK. What's wrong with you?
Okay, Holly, you're gonna have to holler at your boy, get me a couple contacts. Come on, Holly. I know you got me. Let's go.
But I love her work because it's interesting how she writes. She's very clever with how she writes because it's all hard hitting, very message based stuff, and she doesn't shy away from complex or really hard hitting issues. But she writes it in a way that keeps it simple enough that nothing goes past you, nothing goes over your head.
Right.
It's so well done. I definitely recommend having a look.
That for sure. And do you have any work of hers that you like in particular that anyone can go check out and stuff like that?
I do. It's a French title, so let me get it up.
It's a French title. Okay, right.
So I don't butcher.
Come on, bro. Our year 8 teacher would be very angry at you right now.
Bro, fuck.
We took French for how long? Come on, bro.
Rose or blue? It translates to pink or blue. It's a spoken word about the gender split and how things reinforce a gender split that really don't need to.
Oh, okay, that sounds interesting. All right,
which
guys,
is- yeah.
go make sure that you go check that out for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good.
Yeah, man. But yeah. I mean, is there anything else that you want to say about her before we move into my guy?
No, I can think of. Just make sure to go check her out.
Alright,
I definitely people need to pay more attention to spoken word.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. I feel like it definitely doesn't get as much credit as it should get, considering and again, this is just like a small peek into the future. Yeah, a few minutes into the future. Considering, in my opinion, spoken word or poetry in particular, I guess, is a very it's pretty obvious, but it's a very big part of rap. So if rap is this big, shouldn't spoken word be this big as well? You know what I mean? But anyway, my guy is Richard Fairlie. Bro, I really hope I said your name right, but that's the way I hope it's said because that sounds legendary.
That'd be a good name.
That's a good name. That's a solid name. Right, so my boy is Richard Fairlie, yeah? He's a singer. He's got over 80,000 followers and 3 million combined views on Spotify.
Damn, good man.
He is taking a shit on my stats. You know what I'm saying, bro? It's mad. Yo, it's safe to say if we ever collab, bro, within the next few weeks or months, right?
After we send you this episode, you see how much
after we send you this episode, the song's gonna go on your Spotify, guy. I'm trying to get paid. Let's do this. Yo, he's got a very mellow sound to him, which is added to, which adds to, hold on, check. Let me say this again. I messed up. He's got a very vibey, mellow sound, right?
Okay.
And this is really aided by his voice. Like his voice is just is so calming, right?
Okay.
It's kind of like if Ed Sheeran and Gene Aiko did a fusion dance. Shout out to my Dragon Ball fans.
The successful one where they're fucking up and they're learning. Like, which one? The successful one, yeah?
I know the successful one, man.
Okay.
This is
okay.
It's like Super Saiyan God Vegito. Like,
oh.
Yeah, boy. Right, okay. So, yeah, man. He's got some tunes that come out as a little bit, like, got a very bit of a pop sort of sound to them. For example, his song, Shelter.
Okay.
But a lot of the time, the songs that he does are actually way deeper than the genre that he's in would suggest. Although I wouldn't say all of his songs are pop anyway. But yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
In fact, actually on his Spotify section, he literally talks about how his music is about moments in his life that are frozen. And it's just stuff like that. That's real shit, you know?
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I mean? Yeah, man. But you can find my guy on Insta at Richard Fairlie, which is RICHARDFAIRLIE. Shit, that was a lot. Music at Richard Fairlie Music, and on Spotify at Richard Fairlie. By the way, bro, Richard, when you do hear this, there's one thing I gotta say. On your Spotify, you got on your bio, you got some stuff written upside down. I know that was a choice, but I had to turn my laptop upside down to read it. Please, bro, help me out. Help me out.
You know you can actually rotate your screen, don't you?
I know I can, but I forgot about that until I turned my laptop upside down.
I said you're doing like a fucking handstand trying to read it.
It was actually mad. But anyway, it's all good. Shout out Richard. But let's get into today's main topic.
Let's get it.
Let's do it. What are the different genres of the UK scene, and how do you differentiate them?
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware, and correct me if I'm wrong because I might miss ones, but I think the four main ones are like rap, trap, drill, and grime. Really
that actually had such a flow to it.
rap, trap, drill, and
grime. Yeah. I would say yes, I do agree. And sorry if we missed any. If there's anything else that you think deserves the same shout, feel free to email us at whenkingschat@gmail.com.
That's the first shout out for the email.
That's the first shout out. We gotta be four. We gotta be four.
Fucking. All right. Anyway, so I was gonna talk about what drill is. Because obviously I've done a lot of the research for this episode leading into it for this one, whereas you've done the research for the previous episodes.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel like you might know a bit more about drill than me, because as far as I'm aware, and I'm not necessarily the most clued in for drill, but it's a very raw style that focuses its lyrics are often around like gang culture or violence, crime, things like that. But you might actually have a bit more of an insight than me.
I'd say it's kind of about living that life basically. So it's a decent summary. I'm not gonna say every drill artist is the same. There might be someone out there that's doing the drill style with a different message.
Okay.
But primarily from what I've heard from the mainstream side of it, you kind of got it spot on.
Okay, that's fair. So then we got just punch the table.
You numpty, fam. Let's go.
Right. So then we got trap music, which is kind of like your turn up tunes. It's like it's got a bit of an American influence, if I'm not wrong. And it's sort of about like living a big life, bragging. You hear it in the club. That's your turn up tunes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Are we in agreement?
So far, yeah. So far.
Okay.
Looking good. I'm not giving you very much to work with right now, but
that's fine. That's fine.
I do have something to come back to on the drill thing though. Because I'm seeing here in the notes. Guys, we do use notes to help us sometimes. I'm seeing here in the notes that you've talked about how it's not as well known, right?
Yeah, that's the point. It might, in my opinion, it might be the least known for people that aren't clued into it. Like trap, grime, rap, the names come up. People, even if they don't know the music, they know the title.
See, but this is what I was going to say. I'm not too sure if I can agree with that about it being the least known. I think, I've even recently seen a video in Australia where there's a culture that's been built around UK drill. They've gone, they've listened to UK drill. Yeah, man, it's dope. Like, I mean, it's kind of dope. It's kind of dope because I feel like maybe based on the video, they might be taking it in the wrong way. But that's another discussion. Basically, they got their own drill now, and it's a bit mad what they're doing. Hopefully, they're not. Do you know what? Actually, let me just not put my opinion on this one, actually, because I don't know enough about the Australian one, but I know that drill is so big that it's managed to influence a whole another country's version of drill. Yeah. Okay.
And to be fair, that'll be the first step in it evolving. Whatever it evolves into, that'll be the first step of it growing and...
in other places.
Yeah.
In other cultures. Yeah. Straight. But,
So we've done drill, we've done trap. And we've got grime, which is interesting. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's interesting because like it holds its roots in jungle and garage as much as it does rap.
Yes.
So it's a lot faster, more aggressive. It's
130 BPM, right?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, 130. It's 130.
All right. I'll take your word for it. You can obviously have crime pop up in lyrics and that, but it's not necessarily about that. It's kind of hard hitting. It's about bigging yourself up, and it does have like it goes through phases where it becomes about having messages in your music and making you think about something, day-to-day struggles, whatever it is. Which, if I've missed anything,
I think
that's
pretty true.
I've done research into this because I find it fascinating. But you do actually have a slightly better insight to it than I do, which is why I keep like referring to you like other.
Well, to be honest, the thing is you are hitting the main points when it comes to the mainstream sort of side, but again, it does just depend on the individual that's actually doing it. Because
that's fair.
The way that you can differentiate these styles is basically just by hearing them.
Yeah.
The lyrics mean a lot up until a certain point, but you can't call someone going, "Look at the flick of the wrist, I got a on a beat." Like, you can't call someone that's doing that a grime artist.
No.
Even
nah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah, not
but
so.
If they were doing the exact same lyrics that they're performing on that track, on a grime track, and it was going da 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 da, do you know what I mean? It becomes grime. It's just about that sort of sound to it.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, man.
That's just a little harder to quantify and be like, this is the hard line where it changes. But you are right.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
You can hear the difference.
With music's all about the feeling, in my opinion. That's how I've always felt about it. That's why, personal story. That's why even like when I was a kid, I didn't really want to study music in terms of studying it in school
On like a technical level.
on a technical level. Yeah, maybe it might be something that hindered me later on in life a little bit. But I always felt like it's always about the way that you actually feel about the song. So when you're composing, you don't at least for me, I don't necessarily need to know music. Like I don't know a lot of music theory. I won't lie. It would probably help me do a lot of things a lot faster, a lot better. But I feel like if it feels good and it sounds good, it probably is good.
That's fair. That's fair. And that'll come across in the music. It'll end up becoming music that, like you say, makes people feel good or it feels good to listen to.
Straight. But at the same time, I'm not saying that people shouldn't go out there and learn their history about music. It is important to know where you're coming from, to know where you're going. But
of course it is.
You should do that when you're ready to do that at that point. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm a little bit divided over the school sort of thing, but I'm not against it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, moving on.
Moving swiftly on. I think the only other sort of terminology for it is UK rap, but it's kind of the overarching term. Like, is it? I don't.
I think UK rap is just UK rap, man. It's just literally
it's like the umbrella term. Oh, okay.
No. I think UK rap is just UK rap. It's just rapping with a UK accent, or rapping when you're from the UK. Because what I'd say is, if you go and call a grandma artist a UK rapper, they're not gonna be happy. If you don't like, you go call a trapper. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. Okay,
that's fair.
But yeah. Going on. What do you think about each of the genres? And well, I guess you've already said that. Which is your favorite?
Okay, which is my favorite? So, we started off with what do you think about each of them, so I'll go through it one by one. So I'll be honest, I'm not a huge fan of drill music. Mainly because I think it glorifies something that shouldn't be glorified, and it can potentially be dangerous. So I'm not a huge fan of it.
Right.
Trap's fine. I've got nothing wrong. I like trap. I listen to it occasionally. It's good turn up music, but it's not my favorite because I'm not that sort of club turn up guy. So I like it, I appreciate it, but it's not necessarily me. Grime is my favorite out of the lot, but it makes sense because I grew up on garage and jungle music, so it makes sense that I've then transitioned into grime being my favorite.
Right.
But I like. All right, you go.
No. Finish your point. I wasn't too sure if you were finishing because you kind of like left a gap there. I was like,
I was gonna leave a gap, and then it was a bit of a lull, and I was just gonna keep waffling and fill the space. So no, you go.
Right. Okay. So, bro, like, I know you in particular as well. You're definitely like you're a major old school head. But I think drill's important because it really keeps kids off the streets from doing what they're talking about. And there's a song or a short film that Krypton Conan actually do that you should check out that embodies that, called Band Drill. And yeah, man, I think without these sort of outlets, there'd be a lot more violence in places, especially like London and stuff like that.
Oh, you think?
100%. It's the same thing with rap in general. Most people use rap as an outlet instead of, they take their frustration because what you'll find most of the time is a lot of the people that are really doing this rap thing seriously, they come from low income areas where they don't have as many opportunities to do things. Do you know what I mean? And rather than them going out and joining a gang, or them going out and ending up in some sort of trouble due to drugs, or being caught by the police for something that maybe they didn't do, and then turning that.
And it becomes like a downward spiral, and it just keeps going.
Bro, it's literally, it's already a downward spiral anyway for the people that don't decide to find this sort of outlet. So
that's fair.
Yeah, man, it's important. And the other thing I was gonna say that's kind of that I think that you maybe not necessarily taken into mind is that trap for one, because you're talking about how you don't mind trap because it's like a club type of thing. But trap actually started off from drug dealers anyway. That's what. Have you ever heard of a trap house?
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
yeah. So that's kind of from drug dealers anyway.
I never made that link. I never made that link.
That's all good, bro. And then, and then grime, even though is not about being violent and all that per se, the flow of grime in itself comes off as aggressive. It's like a way to unleash an aggression. If I don't know if you remember, there was an interview a few years back before drill was like a real big thing, where they were talking about how it's such an iconic clip as well. They were talking about how grime is influencing kids on like these news platforms, how it's influencing kids to become criminals and go do bad things. And there was like a video of when Kanye West came out and was it like Skepta and all these? No, Skepta and Skepta and a few man dressed in black. Wait, hold on. What is it? I think
someone come out dressed like something and said something.
No, they were just performing, and like the news anchors was like, do you remember? Do you remember? And they were like, Kanye look West, how they're influencing violence and all of that. Why they're all dressed in black and looking intimidating and all of that. And I was like,
are you on about when they were like a group of the quote was something like a group of black people dressed thuggishly on stage, acting very aggressively.
Yeah,
me nervous or something like that.
What? Like, why did she need to feel nervous? Like,
I don't know, but okay, I see what you mean. But yeah, I don't.
But this is exactly what I'm saying. So like, things like that, like, and they were targeting. I think it was Skepta. If I'm wrong, hit me up at OneKingsChat at gmail.com. And yeah, man, they kind of honed in on the grime artists that were there as well, and they were talking about how it's such an aggressive form and it should be banned as well. And it's just like, what was the point? Like, why did she feel scared? Why did she need to feel scared about something that was in a safe, controlled environment? All the people that were on that stage were probably richer than her. Let me not lie. Well, so I feel like they might not have any reason to want to attack you. So there's no reason for you to feel scared.
Also, they're just performers. Like, that's it. Their job is
it's entertainment.
So
it's not entertainment that was built for her. She doesn't like it. She doesn't have to watch it. Why is she feeling scared? Why is she watching it if she feels scared?
Fair point.
Do you see what I'm saying? But this is what I'm saying. So instead of letting people be themselves and expose things like aggression and all those things through these safe formats, people that want to ban these formats are essentially just saying, nah, go expose it by killing someone, go expose it by joining a gang, go expose it by staying low income and not helping your family rise up. And I just find that stupid, because at the same time they want to get rid of those people, yet they're not doing anything to enable allowing them to not go and do the bad things that, you know, they don't like.
It's an interesting way of looking at it, and it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's a bit messed up, man. It's a bit messed up, but
it's complicated. But
that's what the world is.
Music's always been controversial. So,
bro, rock and roll was controversial at one point, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And now when people look at it, they're like, "Oh yeah, we love rock and roll. We love rock and roll." But fam, at one point, all rock and roll was about drugs, sex, and violence. Now everybody's like, yeah, no, rock's cool. Yeah.
It went from damn drug, sex, and violence to drug, sex, and violence.
What? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. It's a good example.
So it's just a bit crazy, man. It's a bit crazy. But all you can hope is that people stop having a narrow-minded view about certain genres of music and start to learn. I think a dialogue needs to be open about this for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. And I hope this doesn't come off in the wrong way, but the dialogue does need to be given to middle class, mainly white. I hope that doesn't offend you, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
Also,
because
I'm not middle class. But still.
those are the people that generally do kind of talk about it being a disorderly thing because they probably don't understand it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Also, one, you know me. Shit like that doesn't offend me. Two, I'm not middle class.
No. I know. It's the white part. Like, I just wanted to make sure that you know. Hey. That's racist. Nah, man. But anyway, it's all good. It's all good. This got deep.
It's good though. It's good though. I'm glad because I've actually learned something as well.
Yeah, no,
for sure, man.
For sure. It's always good.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally, this is literally what's needed. Just dialogue.
Yeah. That's fair.
And you can open up this dialogue by emailing us at gmail.com. Three. Ding. That's it.
Oh my god. You ain't got long left. You're running out of your extra email shout outs. We've only got one question.
Bro. I'm gonna beat 4. Trust me. I'm beating 4 today. We're only at 25 minutes. We usually get about 30 to 40 minutes an episode, so
that's fair.
Good.
That's fair. Okay, so saying that, on to the final question.
Oh, woo! Let's get it.
Should spoken word fall under the UK rap umbrella, and why? Also, I know we corrected earlier that UK rap isn't necessarily the umbrella, but should it fall in alongside with these other genres?
Yeah, no, of course. I kind of corrected that way too early because I kept on thinking about it, but
that's fair.
The reason why I really don't think it's actually no. Let's get your opinion on this first. I've just been speaking and speaking.
Okay, all right. Okay. So I don't know. It's a hard thing to answer because it might be its own thing. I think it definitely needs to be recognized more, given more attention. Like I say, as to the question, it has all the things that rap does. So it's got the flow, rhymes, lyrics, beat, story. But it's kind of its own beast.
No, I feel that. I can comfortably say it should be its own, and I believe the same for drill, the same for gram, the same for trap. They shouldn't be subgenres. They all take influence, but at the end of the day, when you play a track from each of them, again, like I was saying earlier, you can tell there's a big difference.
Yeah.
All music takes influence from somewhere.
Is it? Okay, sorry. This is an extra question that I've just thought of. Is it important to have the separation between them as genres, like as in to be explicitly different genres?
Yes. Just because once you have too many subgenres under a main genre, it starts becoming hard. It becomes messy. 100%. 100%.
That makes sense.
And I feel like some people just take pride in being their own individual thing.
Right. Okay.
So
that
I feel like if it's big enough, it should be considered its own thing. Until it's not big enough, just like how a parent raises a child, you stay with that main genre, and then once you have your own, once you're at a certain stage,
you set it free and you let it grow on its own.
There we go. But right. Oh man, I think I'm developing a cold. Right.
That's okay.
It does. But yeah, all music takes influence from somewhere. Because R&B, funk, soul, jazz, rock and roll, all have a major influence in rap. Yet rap is a standalone. So if you know that analogy we just used, rap literally just did that. In fact, actually, in rap, the church played a major influence in it. Muhammad Ali kinda played a major influence, and I'm gonna explain that. Okay. The church, in terms of the way African American pastors would speak, their flow and their voices being so captivating, kind of uses the same premise. Muhammad Ali, his influence came from what's known as a game called Playing the Dozens, which is kind of like a battle rap sort of thing. Like the whole point is to use like rhymes to defeat your opponent until they can't say anything back to you.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, I mean,
the OG battle rap.
The OG battle rap. That's it. And I mean, honestly, I'm still learning. That's why I can't really say these things with some of these things with such crazy confidence.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if anyone is interested in finding out more about this, feel free. Actually, if anyone's interested in finding out more about this or teaching us more about this, feel free to email us at whenkingschat@gmail.com. I told you it's gonna get full. Ding. But there was an article I was reading, and I'll leave a little link to this on the YouTube channel, and if you want it, email us, and I'll send that to you. Yeah. It seems reputable, but obviously you need to do a little bit more searching.
You need to do your own research around it. It's the same as anything online.
Same, like, exactly.
If it's on the internet, take it with a pinch of salt. But it
doesn't matter where it is. If it's on the internet, if it's in a book, if it's in, you literally just gotta always make sure that you're taking in as much sources as you can. Yeah, that's fair. Which is part of that opening the discussion, learning from each other. Exactly. Opening that narrative about the topics. Exactly. This might be our deepest episode to date. So deep. The deepness is so unreal. But feels good. It feels good. Whoa, pause. Pause. She was getting weird. Cut it. Hold on. But guys, potentially good news. I wasn't gonna release this onto the podcast just yet. I don't even know what good news is. Oh yeah, you have no clue what I'm about to say. But you're going to know in a second. All right, I'm listening. So I've recently been in interaction with a distribution company, and we're considering doing a distribution episode. And they may be interested in doing a interview with us. So if you guys have any questions that you'd like us to continuously ask them over the upcoming weeks, let us know. And you can do that by emailing us at whenkingschat@gmail.com. 5. Ding! I told you I was going to get more than 4. Are you going to one-up it every episode? So it's like, this is 5. Next one it'll be 6. 1 after 7. By the end of the season, you're doing it like 20 times in an episode. I'm going to try and do it a little bit less next time. Until we can start getting more views. Once I see we have a consistent number of 200 followers on Spotify, right? I'm going to literally do it. So 15 times an episode. You're going to annoy people into following. Hell yeah. Come on, where my trolls at, bruh? Just follow me just for the sake of annoying 200 people. Follow. Okay. And if you don't want us to do this, email us. And when King Chat 6. Ding. No, that was my shout out. That's it. That's it. All right. Okay. My bad. Anyway, guys. That distribution episode, that won't be the next one, will it? It's not going to be the next one. I originally wanted it to be episode 4, but I think we should hold off. I don't think we should say which episode it's going to be until we're 100% sure that we've got everything in. Let's give this episode 2 weeks to marinate. We'll keep it suspense. See if anyone wants to ask, and then maybe we'll let them know the week before we actually decide to release it. Yeah, well, we could put it out on like social. And get feedback on there as well. So make sure to follow us on our socials, which When Kings Chat everywhere. When Kings Chat on everything. Yeah, but thanks guys. I think that should about do it for today. I think so. Okay, well, normally we'd tell you what we're discussing next week, but I don't. Have we planned that yet? You could have just left it. That was a nice end. They didn't need to know this. At the beginning of this episode, you said we're going to be truthful. All right, we want to be truthful. We're recording the next episode in 2 days, and we don't know what we're talking about yet. Because this recording got pushed back so far. Our next one is in 2 days. We were 2 weeks ahead of time. We were doing so well. Oh no. So well. So, but that means you have 2 days to email us a topic you want us to talk about. Alright, no, let's cut it before it gets annoying. Okay, alright. Guys, thank you very much, and speak to you guys all soon. Have a good one. When Kings Chat out. Kings out. That's it. Oh shit, I said that wrong, didn't I? Yeah. Nah, that's fine. Let's get it. Peace.